Good day. I'm Ross Jason Bohmley, RGBL, here on YouTube. I talk about human rights violations of poverty and malpractice, which I've lived in since about 1999, and a few union matters and labor relations as well. As part of living in poverty. Poverty? Well, it sucks to live in. I've had to do some pretty interesting things. Tell you, as a single person, 565 isn't enough to live on. Minimum wage since I graduated in 1991 from GP Vanya in the Comox Valley went from $8 an hour to $15.50 as of today, February the 6th, 2021. It's almost 11 p.m. here. I'm a little tired, but some told me I had to redo something because they've taken it down on Roscoe PE12, which I can't get access to since about since this page was opened on YouTube years back. Anyhow, we're going to get to the story of it, and guess what? I had a dumpster dive for food, dental work, necessity life like vacuum cleaners, beds, and everything was bought brand new. The vacuum, the fan, the coffee maker, all from Canadian Tire across the street. The bed, futon designs, the computer from Two Weekers, the Future Shop, or Best Buy, and Staples, and sneakers, and here's computers as well. Not out of any dumpster. Nothing I ever brought home was from a dumpster. I took the bottles to a recycler, took the change, threw it into a bin, which was a whey protein container, and waited till I had enough money in there, and turned around and turned it into cash instead of change, and bam. If I had a bill, usually I went to the superstore and I bought food, meat, vegetables, and whatnot. I've been assaulted by Invega Sustenna, and I have no appetites anymore. I have nothing in me at all. Every day I wake up and I see no points in life anymore. And that's all I can tell you. I try to enjoy my life. Sorry for the audio is not the best. It's off this mic right here. Instead of the bad video, you're looking at the M200. It's a 480 instead of a 720, okay? This is the way it works. Evolution of technology. And I got a thing that changes all this and whatnot. Anyhow, this is the video that's on YouTube still, and it's thanking the community of the Comox Valley for what they did, or whoever put bottles out on a regular basis instead of cashing them for themselves. They used to be 5 cents, and now they're 10 cents a piece. Okay? And I'm going to do this, turn me off, and you can watch.
Reasons to dumpster dive. Number 1, food. Number 2, shoes and clothing. Cleaning necessities, such as vacuums. Beds to sleep on. Entertainment, so the mind doesn't go cuckoo over a long period of time. And communication devices. Also, refrigerators that landlords refuse to buy for their tenants because they break. Spare change that people throw away, such as pennies. Other household necessities such as coffee makers, dishes, extra food, and so on. You can imagine saving up for whatever basically you need. It's all on how much willpower you have to save $1 a day if you need to. Oh, and almost last but least, even house taxes on a house that's bought and paid for that grandparents left you in an inheritance, that everyone else refuses to pay the taxes but you, and the government eventually takes away because the others refuse to pay their taxes.
You can find all that on a playlist on Roscoe or RJBL TV. We're on right now. Links are up top too, in cards and in the end as well. And here's all the receipts. They took this down because of well, oh, it's not working. Basically says, I didn't dumpster dive or do this for drugs or alcohol. I did this for entertainment. That's what the writing said. Here's Tweaker's computers, Home Depot for the fridge, sneakers, here computers, Futon Design, and Mountain City Cycles, and the Future Shop. Which power supplies died, video cards died, DDR2 and 3 computers went out of date, and my new computer right now, if it wasn't for this young guy who supposedly won the lotto in the States, sent me a few parts to get this DDR4 and 8 core processor, I wouldn't be streaming or playing any games today. I would probably be doing nothing. With COVID, well, maybe I would be close to it now after a year of COVID, but chances are I wouldn't be. But who knows? And there's my dental work from Comox and Courtney Places, which I need $6,000 worth of dental work right now and can't do because of Vegas Salt and being afraid to go to any more doctors in British Columbia or in Canada and deal with. I have 2 molar tooths on my right side that need to be out, top and bottom, and mid molar on my right side and left side on the top that need to be taken out ASAP as well. $1,000 a month, or a year, I mean, isn't enough to live by. Living in poverty isn't fun. I'm still living in poverty. I'm on disability, PWD and CPPD. That's my revenues from 10 years of working from 1999 to 1997. That's the change that I saved in that bin there that says the 1500. And 1500 times 2. So that's how much was there. That's my fridge, pretty much brand new, right after buying it. That's my queen size bed. And somebody came in my room when I wasn't in the building and poured something on the bed and wrecked it. I had to throw it out. iPod, never could afford to pay for the music. Still got my bike. PC, like I said, out of date. TV died. Jar of pennies still have. Video games still have, and that's all I can tell you. Teach from the Superstore. Logitech changed the stamps on the bottom, so I don't have stamps on the bottom of anything like that either. But there you go. Little update for you so you understand what those videos on Roscoe P E12 were. Me saying thank you to the community. I didn't do it for drugs and alcohol. For my mom and dad, who used to be my parents, who just don't understand life and expect the bars of life to be so high. They want to make fun of their children who are making pittance in life to their $120,000 or their $80,000 a year income they're making and their education to a non-educated person. I've tried to get in the military since I was 19. I'm 48 now. I've tried to apply for police officer jobs. I've tried to get an education. I can't get anything in life because the government of Canada or any government in the world look after the laws, education system, and the value of money. Low cost housing in the world isn't based on somebody who's only getting what social services does on 565. It's based on somebody who's making 5,000 a month. There's no low cost housing in the world anymore or adequate lifestyle for anyone who's impoverished. If you look at the records and the other stuff in my arsenal of information on poverty living, Canadian and the world poverty, it states by the United Nations $2,000 a month is not enough to live on in Canada. We need it changed. A living wage is not even good enough as well. Every union fights for a better wage over and over again, and all they do is raise the bar of cost of real estate again, and the rents and foods go up. There's nothing the common person can do. We're not the maker of laws and regulation. We can only speak up and not be afraid and realize we're only slaves being tortured and abused by the ignorance of definitions and loopholes for those who are working in the government, and the people who are working in government are just actors for the government at any time can be disbanded and a new one fill their spots. They're just pawns, just like us. It's a crime called torture to play a mind game with anyone if you have a job or not. The grounds of divorce, family violence, and so forth in the Canadian Criminal Code and so forth. I don't babble on about nothing. I don't spread false news and accusations. I have to stop using music because of DMC strikes or copyright strikes. I think that's a fool world because, man, there's no equal protection before and after the law. I can't get legal assistance to fight a health review board to get my natural hormones back or anything as well. I can't run, walk, or breathe anymore as in Vega SUSTENNA assault. I can't find a life in this country. I can't find a wife, and I'm unable to breed and have a family unless I have a job and money. But I can't get a job at 48 if I've been workplace harassed. Can't go to the labor board and get my money. That just means I'm a slave. What's the point to work for 2 weeks and not have a wage at the end of it? Living on the street or living in a dwelling. You need your money. It's already been 2 strikes. Shame on me once, shame on me twice. I don't need a third time going to the labor board for money owed to me. I'm not abusive to women. I'm not abusive to my family. Our families, parents are supposed to teach the kids. The kids aren't supposed to teach the parents. If you wait till your kids are old enough to be considered adults, it's still child abuse because you're your child. You always have to respect your family. You don't like them, you say, hey, please leave me alone. Just like I did. They got ignorant, so I tell them to fuck off and go swim with the sharks. It's my right. You get tired of being psychologically abused. Just like it says, grounds of divorce, physical or psychological harm, or adultery, or financial, as does it say in family violence. I could pop that up on the screen right now, but you've already seen it before. Thanks again for tuning in. This is February the 6th, 2021. I just had to redo that because my receipts were taken off because of the music there. Take her easy. Till the next time.